Hello my lovely angels, this is your girl Sim, back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! I felt a little dressy today, so... no, it's just easy to iron, that's why I wore this on. You know, I'm a little bit too honest with you guys. Sometimes I should be like a little... No, I can't. Today I have a mixed bag of perfumes. You know, off late I've been doing like sets and all that stuff. Today it's like a mixed bag. Just random perfumes that I found interesting of late. Let's start from the most interesting one. Okay, wait, no, it's not the most interesting, but I'm sure you guys are like the most interested in that. So I went for the event of Genesis French Avenue. Gorgeous event. First of all, it was like there were a lot of people I met over there. Some very famous names, some people who are perfume enthusiasts, creators, like a lot of different kind of people, and it was just interesting to share that space with them. And this was the launch of their Genesis collection, right, which is the zodiac signs. So they have like 12 perfumes. All of them are like massively different from each other, and I got to try all of them, but I don't have all of them. They did give me the Cancer version, which I'm going to review today, and I'll try to get the entire set because it's quite pricey, and like to review it I'll need to invest in it. Anyhow, so this is the Genesis Cancer. Okay, so for all the Cancerians out there, first of all, the packaging, okay? Oh my word, that's the gorgeous packaging. So this is the bottle. So all the bottles are the same. They have the birthstone. I'm assuming this is the moonstone, but it's not a real stone, obviously. And then you have your zodiac sign, which like in my case it's Cancer. So this is the smaller one. I find this one cuter compared to this. I don't know why. Like I feel, okay, the big one looks super impressive, but the small one is like cute, you know? Anyhow, I'm going to review this one so that it's a little bit more mass read. I have not made notes and everything, so I'm going to read off this. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. At the event, everybody who smelled my perfume, they were like, I mean, the Cancer, my perfume. Anybody who smelled the Cancer perfume, they were like, this is the one. This is very beautiful. Why? Because currently, this is the popular DNA, which is why everybody has been loving this one. The top notes are bergamot, mandarin, and orange. Middle notes of orange blossom and lavender, and the base notes of vanilla and amber. So you know where this is going, right? I can barely smell the orange in here. I can smell more of your lemon and bergamot. There's definitely a little bit of freshness from the mandarin, but it's not an orange perfume for sure. Instead, you have the orange blossom, which is the creamy floral, which has like a slight nuance to orange. And then of course you have like a super prominent lavender in this, which is where it kind of deviates into your Burberry goddess, yeah? And then your base notes of vanilla and amber. So it's a fairly simple perfume, not really too complicated, but because of the lavender, it smells very sophisticated and modern. My friends smelled it, Ali smelled it, they all absolutely adored this fragrance. I really like a lot of other zodiac signs as well, but I'm going to try and get that for you and make a complete compilation for you. But that's going to be in 2 separate videos because obviously I cannot do like 12 perfumes together. It'll be like 6 and 6. And I'll try to do an updated zodiac thing for you guys, you know. I'm going to try. Okay, let's see. I do feel there's one note which is missing over here. It's cedar or sandalwood or mix of both, because it does have the slight pencil shaving kind of note in it in the background, but way at the back. The lavender is like perfection, done to perfection in this, because that aromatic combination with the gourmand floral, it's creating the magic. And while it's a very simple perfume compared to all the other zodiac signs, this was the least complicated perfume, but it is super elegant, and I do feel this kind of showcases my personality. It is soft, but it has like an edge. I'm so glad that they did not create a weird, I knew it'll be a comforting scent, but I was just hoping it would not be a weird mix of caramel, vanilla, praline, and they would make a gourmand bomb or something, you know. Because while yes, I do associate Cancer with gourmands, I would definitely not think of us as heavy gourmand, you know. So yeah, perfection, 10 out of 10. Let me give you a little bit of idea of how much these cost. Just a sec. Oh my god, I'm just not being able to find the price. I will put it for you guys, sorry, here. So yeah, that's basically Cancer for you. It is definitely feminine, but I would not call it soft feminine. It is a boss lady kind of feminine. The same vibe you get from Burberry Goddess and from Libre. Middle Eastern vibe, none. Spring summer appropriate, but I think you can wear it during daytime in any weather. Projection is around 2 feet. Longevity is a good 7 to 8 hours. My rating for this is a 10 out of 10, of course. Celebrity and everything I'm not gonna assign to it because I literally just got it. The color perception would be off-white, but I'll try to get the right name of the color and put it for you because it's slightly cooling, but I would give the temperature to this as neutral. And the presence is moderate. It's not mild, it's moderate. It does. If you spray a lot, you will like smell strongly of this perfume. Anywho, what's next is Purple Blue by Naseem. While this is not a new one, it's one of their OGs, right? Like I'm sure you've seen the bottle, but for me, it's a new perfume. And they sent it to me recently. This is a tropical musk. And while we are in summer, that's why I've been liking this. As usual with Naseem fragrances, they have like this milky consistency, yeah? And you need to spray these not on clothes, you need to spray this on your skin to test it, not on strips, on skin. And even when you wear it, try to moisturize first and then wear this on your skin. It'll last longer. This is what I've noticed with personal experience. And by the way, like this one is probably like one of my favorites, along with that recent Lean they had sent me. That is also gorgeous, but Lean was more for wearing at home before sleeping. This one I feel like I can pull this off when I go out because it's a very tropical fragrance. This one for me is a very beautiful perfume that I would like to wear on holidays. Again, on Fragrantica it's got 4.29. It retails for $35 for 100 ml. Top notes are watery pear, green apple and tropical fruits, middle notes of jasmine, freesia and sweet accord, and the base notes of patchouli, white musk and tonka. Apparently it smells like Montperry's Intense Mint. I haven't smelled that, so I don't know. I do love the OG Montperry though. I need to get that for myself, but this is beautiful. It's very heavily musky, which is why I've called it a tropical musk. While it opens with like a dewy pear and green apple, it kind of merges with the florals and like the musk. So I do feel this is again very, very linear. Yeah, the opening is fresh and everything, but like it changes so rapidly, so quickly, and then it just ultimately becomes like a lotion-like scent, but like a tropical lotion-like scent. So the consistency, think of it as lotion. While it's green apple and pear and tropical, none of them are tangy fruits, by the way. It's not. And you cannot smell, maybe I can smell the pear, but I cannot smell the red fruit separately or the green apple for sure. Apple is a note that bothers me, and it's not at all. I don't even smell the apple, to be honest with you. Now, as for the florals in the middle, which is jasmine, freesia and sweet accords, I actually smell them as sweet floral accords, not jasmine, not freesia. So it's definitely quite synthetic once it reaches the middle and base. Patchouli is literally non-existent in the base, by the way. It's, for me, this is all musk with like a dash of tonka. Patchouli is just anchoring the scent, let's just call it. It's not like really prominent. It's just, you do feel like a little earthy thing, but it's just like a little grounding presence and not really the patchouli. I will say don't overspray this perfume. It will get overwhelming because the fruits and florals are very, very sweet and they're very, very synthetic, but they do give off this very tropical vacation vibe. No coconut, thank goodness, and it's just sticking to a very regular fruity floral combination. It's light, it's mood lifting, no like brainer like when you want to just smell a fruity floral. But will it wow you? No, it's not gonna wow you because it's a very ordinary fruity floral with a lot of musk. Also, I always say this, but especially in this range, okay? Gonna turn off a lot of people over here. Listen, I used to be a glue sniffer in school, okay? I used to sniff on glue and get high, okay? I did not know I was getting high, but I just love the smell, okay? But I didn't know that it was making me high. I just liked the smell, and I used to smell white ink or glue, and there was a specific glue called Fevicol, the white one. It was messy and disgusting. I used to love smelling that. And I think I've said this before, that this entire range, okay, I get this mild Fevicol-like scent in the background, which smells nice because it makes it a little nostalgic, but it's definitely there, right in the background. And for me, this is like that signature note is that in the background of all these Naseem fragrances. This is again super feminine, traditionally. You can wear this like during spring, summer, but I would like to wear this more during spring. No Middle Eastern vibe. Projection I would say is 1 to 2 feet. Longevity 6 hours is like good. After that, you might smell it, but it'll be very, very faint. My rating for this though is 7 out of 10. I do still like it. 7 is a good number. Lily James is like the perfect celebrity for this perfume. She's graceful, romantic, and effortlessly elegant. You know, like doesn't try too hard. The color perception for this I would choose is a soft peach. Temperature is neutral, and the presence is mild. Now I have 3 perfumes from Paris Corner. This one is so underrated. That's why I was like, it's called Zahi. Zahi? Not Zahi, Zahi, sorry. No wait, sorry, it is Zahi. I just read it in Arabic. Looks like a very masculine bottle. Not very fond of this bottle, but okay, you know, whatever. It's a very cheap perfume, but it's only for $20 on their website. Inexpensive, let's not call it cheap. And it's a fruity floral. Again, easy going, very easy to wear. See, I sprayed it and I can smell it and I like it so much. You know what? It's reminding me of something, but I can't put my finger on. One sec, yeah? Oh my god, it's gonna bug me so much now. It's like right there. It's okay. Top notes are apple and pear, heart notes of jasmine, rose and vanilla. And in the base you have patchouli, amber and drywood. It's definitely a fruity floral with woods. And that's like the gist of the perfume. This one changes, evolves in a very delightful way. Let's just call it that. It's very bubbly, fresh in the opening. Apple juice is like 20%, but the pear, a freshly cut juicy pear, is right next to the juice, and that is like 80% of the scent value in the opening. Once it starts settling down, suddenly it's like the fruits are like mellowed down. It's just sweetness now. Now it's becoming rosy and jasmine, but it still has that pear and apple juice sweet freshness, let's just call it that. But it doesn't smell like fruits anymore, yeah? But you're getting like a mild rose, a mild jasmine, along with vanilla. And this is the part where I start feeling like it goes towards roses vanilla a little bit, but you have those fruity notes in the opening, so it's not really roses vanilla. That's what I'm telling you. I feel like I know the perfume, but I don't. The real magic, of course, happens when the perfume completely dries down. Give it 15 to 20 minutes, okay? I'm trying to get it there by waving it around and allowing it to oxidize. It's not listed. I can smell praline for sure in the base. Over here, it's only written amber, drywoods, and patchouli. There's a distinct praline note in this, which I absolutely love, along with the sandalwood. Oh wait, I think I know. Is it Silk Santal? Kiali? Okay, so it's a twist on that, I feel. Okay, I could be completely wrong, because my brain is like jogging everywhere, you know, in different territories and trying to figure out what this perfume is. After you've moved on from the jasmine and rose and vanilla, where it was smelling like roses vanille with those pear and apple juice sweetness, now it's moved on to drywoods with praline, with sandalwood, amber, warmer notes, let's just call it. It's resinous, it's creamy with the sandalwood, and the patchouli again, it's just a grounding patchouli. It's nothing strong, it's nothing that will bother you. The dry down of this perfume is awesome, and that is why I feel the bottle is very misleading. This bottle shouldn't have been this color. It should have been white and gold or something. Would have been the apt bottle for this. Very, very underrated. And in UAE, it's only $20. I don't know about elsewhere. So try to find this if you can get it at a good discount, but it's a very nice perfume. However, performance-wise, 6 to 7 hours. So this is the only thing that's lacking in this perfume. To me, this is very, very feminine. I think you can wear it in any weather, all day, any weather, because it evolves, and again on this, that's what I'm saying, on the skin, it changes, and for me, on my skin, it's very dark. My rating for this is a 10 out of 10. I really like it. Actually, you know what? Let me not give it 10 out of 10 because of the not so immaculate performance, you know. 9 out of 10 for this. It's actually that good. 9 out of 10. The celebrity I chose for this was Rachel Adams. Very girl next door. So while it's youthful, but it also has a little bit of maturity about it. So all ages can wear this, and it'll adapt to your age, to your personality, to everything. The color perception for this is a blushed caramel rose. I'll put the picture for you. The temperature is neutral and the presence is mild. Now the next one is another new one called Eshal. So it has a big giant vanilla flower and vanilla orchid and vanilla on the, you know what it smells like. And it opens like this. But the cutest thing is that it has this little scarf. I don't know what this is, but it has the logo of Paris Corner, that you can tie it in your hair, or you can put it on your bag or something. So apparently it's supposed to smell like Vanilla 28. This is the bottle, Eshal. Very, very Cute, nice. I love the bottle. It's very simple, very elegant, very nice. The thing is, I have Vanilla 28. I've used Roses Vanilla lots as well, and this kind of reminds me of Roses Vanilla more than Vanilla 28. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know, like, look, okay, listen to the notes, okay? Top notes are sugar, heart notes of jasmine and rose, and then you have base notes of vanilla, caramel and musk. I'm sorry. This to me smells like a mixture of Vanilla 28 and Roses Vanilla. And I love it because those two fragrances on their own also, I adore them. This is again like around $30 or so. It's very reasonably priced. When I checked, this was not listed on any of the retail outlets. I'll see if I find the price, I'll put it on the screen for you. From the get-go, vanilla. And it's that dark, deep vanilla of Vanilla 28. So that's the right thing where you say Vanilla 28. It smells like that vanilla, the mixture of all the Madagascar vanilla, like the whole list of vanilla, all of them there. But you have jasmine and rose being the prominent portion from the florals. And then when it completely dries down, you have that added caramel, you have like the creamy musk, and it just smells like a beautiful musky rose vanillic perfume. Very simple, very beautiful, very elegant, and it has that vanilla which smells a little bit like biscuits, and I really like that. It's not realistically biscuits, so don't be mistaken. It doesn't smell gourmand in that sense, but it's just a very beautiful vanilla perfume with the hints of rose and little jasmine. Rose is like rose, yeah? I don't see anybody smelling this and being like, you know, yes, it's not like a 10 out of 10 fragrance, but it is really, really beautiful. For me, this is kind of perfume that gets dark, and over time, I'm sure the bottle's color. Let's take a visual of it so in future I can compare it. Yeah, it's gonna get dark because it has a lot of vanilla. This is a hidden gem, okay? Again, if you can find it, get it. If you like Roses Vanilla, if you like Vanilla 28, get it. So this is going to be one of those perfumes that I'm going to wear a lot. By the way I'm dressed up today, this would be a good perfume to wear. It's not Middle Eastern, but somehow it smells a little bit Middle Eastern because of that dark rose. Very, very feminine, but I think a guy can pull this off as well. Why not? If you mix this with oud, it's going to become a very, very Middle Eastern fragrance. You can use this for layering with many other things, florals, citruses. I see this again, how Vanilla 28 was used to mix with everything. You can use this, but just know this has a rose in it. Projection is 2 feet, longevity is 7+ hours, I will say. 7+. You know, after that it fades away, it just becomes like a musk vanilla fragrance on your skin. That's where it like kind of like tones down and stays like very, very close to the skin. It becomes very, very intimate. Actually, you know what? I'm very tempted to give it a 10. Okay, you know what? I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a very nice fragrance. The celebrity I want to give this to is Lily Collins. Hear me out. I know, like, at first thought you will not think of her because when you think of Lily Collins, or when I think of Lily Collins, florals and very Parisian vibe comes to mind. But this kind of smells, it kind of has that elegance and Parisian vibes. The color perception is a rose gold blush. I don't know where I come up with I don't know what I was thinking and I was making. I'll put the picture for you, but that in my head is a rose gold blush, okay? The temperature for this is neutral and the presence is moderate. Now the last one from this haul is called Zaman al Ula. Al Ula is a place in Saudi Arabia, just letting you know that first. So they have like this, just Google Al Ula. It's a very magical place, by the way. It's on my bucket list. Thing is, in summer I don't want to go there because the temperature is as good as Dubai's temperature right now, so it will be 50+. So Zaman al Ula is literally meaning era of Al Ula or age of Al Ula. Look at that. It's like a, what do you call it? Pop-up, mock-up. Very pretty, and that's the bottle. Now if you see the Google pictures of Al Ula, and you'll understand why they've used these colors. The desert, but this orangish sand color, not the Dubai sand. Al Ula has a different kind of sand. Just look it up, yeah? So this one is Ramadan nights plus sticky date. Let's just say that this is a more wearable version of sticky dates. If you know me, I don't like that DNA too much. I will wear it once in a while, layer it with something else, and I will, you know, probably like use it up and not buy again. This one has a little bit of more subtleness to it. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't smell concentrated, thick or burnt, you know. Sticky date has something in it that just bothers me a lot. It's too sticky for me. This retails for around $40 for a 100 ml bottle. Now, the top notes are dates, bergamot and coffee. Heart notes of caramel, sugary notes, cedar and musk. And the base notes of papyrus, vanilla, amber and leather. It smells like how I would imagine the streets of Al Ula. So let's say they have like the coffee, but they're sitting in like outside, outdoor, when it's warm, you know. So you know how the dates would become in the sun. So the smell of those dates, because they are ripe and it's warm and it's oozing that smell of date and the coffee smell together, that's the opening. They say there's bergamot in the opening. It's barely there, but it is definitely toning the overwhelming scent of these two notes to a slightly fresher version. But then in the middle, you have caramel, sugary notes, cedar, musk, you know. Strangely, there's a balance. I'm telling you, there's something in this perfume that this is just a much more variable version of those perfumes. Ramadan nights or the sticky dates. The cedar, I feel, is like grounding them or like making them not so overwhelming. It's definitely not cloying and not too sweet. When you read the notes, you will be like, and because I was scared. When I saw the notes, I was like, oh my god, dates, caramel, sugar, oh my gosh, like it's going to be like too takingly sweet. I'm going to get diabetic after wearing this perfume, you know. It was just like scary, but then when I smelled it, I was like, again, I was going to say smelled. I don't know what's up with me. Maybe I should just change it and now I just say smelled instead of smelled, you know. So when it opens, you get like that sticky dates thingy. Tones down, changes, coffee note reduces quite a bit. Now you have like a very subtle vanilla, caramel, dates perfume with hints of coffee somewhere in the background. But you have the base of cedar wood, your musk and amberous resins. And there's like a hint of leather. Now the leather over here is more like a suede, not leather. So it's not going to be overwhelming. But the leather is definitely there. To my nose, this smells like a masculine fragrance, which I would wear. I know it'll not be acceptable by all women. So you need to try it. But because it has so much of these gourmand notes mixed with that little bit of leather, I feel it's more acceptable. At no given point do you feel it's sticky or juvenile or cloying. Not at all. Maybe in the opening you will get overwhelmed. You'll be like, oh my gosh, this is sticky dates all over again. It's not. Just give it a few minutes and it changes. And now you're like, it has that woods and that papyrus note. You know, it just smells so toned down and well composed. I really like it. Will I wear this all the time? No. Is it revolutionary? 100%. It does smell very, very unique. You must, of course, like dates to like this perfume because it is a dates heavy perfume. But I do feel like people who don't like leather, and I know a lot of you on my channel don't like the leather note, in this it's very toned down. But this is not a safe blind buy. You need to try it. It's cozy yet grand. It's easy to wear but complex, you know. It's just like a weird medley of notes which just sits right together and makes up for a very, very good perfume. It smells royal, but let's just call it like quiet power and graceful presence, you know, of a ruler or somebody. Very Bedouin, like I feel very Bedouin. Somebody who's like says hi to everybody in the morning, you know, goes around for a walk. Imagination going wild again. Unisex in my opinion, but definitely leaning masculine. But it's a very, very Middle Eastern DNA, so definitely high on the Middle Eastern vibe. Fall, winter, 100%. Can't pull this off in spring, summer. Projection is around 2 to 3 feet. Longevity is 8 hours for sure. My rating for this is a 9 out of 10. I really like it. I admire it for its uniqueness. And I do feel like whenever I will, ultimately, I have not worn this perfume. When I wear it finally, I know it'll be impressive. Again, I can only wear this in the evenings in Dubai or when I go for events or gatherings and things like that. And the celebrity I chose for this is Edgar Ramirez. Because he is warm, but he has this magnetic intensity. He has an intensity about it. But again, he's quietly powerful. The color perception is sandstone. Temperature is warm for sure. And the presence is surprisingly moderate. It's not bold. Depending on how much you spray. Actually, it can get bold very quickly. So be careful of how much you spray. Again, repeating myself. Not for everybody. Not a safe blind buy. For me, this is a 9 out of 10. I like it. I like it especially for its uniqueness. So that is all for today, guys. I did like a weird mix of perfumes, didn't I? But I do feel they were all like somehow gourmands, you know? Eshal was gourmand. Cancer was gourmand. This was tropical, you know? Zahi was gourmand. This is definitely full-blown gourmand. So yeah, Anyhow, I'm gonna take your leave for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.